With some delicious cheese and coffee, our peaceful meal came to an end. Goda won unanimous acclaim and was praised for his skill by all present. After a short period of harmony following the meal, it was decided we would return to the guest house. Normally, dinner tended to have a very dark atmosphere about it. And the adults would often move right on to the family conference with the same dark atmosphere. However, perhaps because this year's dinner had been oddly peaceful, everyone decided to take a break, the adults included. After eating, taking a bath, and relaxing while watching TV, I wonder if they'll gather again in the mansion in the middle of all this rain and resume their high-tension family conference. I'd rather not think about that. Apparently, Ava got very worked up, trying to convince the rest to start the family conference right away, and it didn't look like many people agreed with her. The meeting had probably come to a close for the night. You get fucked, Ava. No, I don't want to have to, work all the fucking time. Since they had guest house duty, Goda and Kumasawa were chosen to guide us to the guest house. It must be tough for Goda. Even after making and cleaning up such an extravagant dinner, he also has the midnight shift at the guest house. Don't worry, he's fine. He's Goda. I heard that Kumasawa, old as she was, would be going to sleep soon. It seems she was assigned a spare room in the guest house. She'll probably be fine.
すっかり忘れてたけど、エリカちゃんは溺れてて流れ着いたんだよな。今日は無理しねえで、早く寝た方がいいだろうな。
全然平気です。それよりも緊張と興奮でむしろ寝つけないくらいです。
Maria latched onto her, giggling. This lack of restraint, particular to the youth, was very much like Maria. However, we really should be worrying about Erika's physical condition right now. She's probably fine.
Maria, トランプは私たちと一緒に遊ぼう。エリカお姉ちゃんは疲れてるんだってさ。
トランプも好きですよ。一息つきましたら、ぜひご一緒させてください。やったー。
Jesus.
あれはどちら様ですか？
Oh, that's just a fucking golden witch. Don't worry about her. As she passed through the lobby at the entrance hall, Erika stopped walking. When she saw what she was looking at, the rest of us also stopped. Don't worry, it's just a fucking witch. Nothing to see. Move along, move along.
黄金の魔女。
何やってんだガキども。さっさとゲストハウスへ引き上げるぞ。
Dad, Kyrie, Ava, Hideyoshi, and Rosa all came over. The guest house party had all gathered. However, Erika's gaze was captured by the portrait of the witch, and she simply stared at it for a while. Interesting.
ああ、親父は200億相当の黄金を隠し持っていて、
Good, are we actually gonna solve the epitaph? Because I'd love to get an answer for that.
その隠し場所をあの碑文に記したって言われてる。
Perhaps because it was too early for all of them to disperse into their individual rooms, the relatives who would return to the guest house all gathered on the first floor, continuing their chat. The topic was the witch's epitaph, which Erica had taken an interest in.
魅力的な謎ですね。誰にでも見られるところに堂々と張り出し、私たちの知恵に挑戦する。
Basically.
そういう挑戦、大好きです。
Fucking course you do.
ひゅー、エリカちゃんは案外ノリがいいな。謎解きとか好きなのか？
面白そうじゃないですか。そういう挑戦。
When she said that, the adults stopped moving and slowly turned their face to Erica.
どうしてそう思うの？
Ava spoke with a coaxing voice, though there had been whisperings about the relatives even now, and that the person who solved the epitaph riddle might be given the family inheritance. That had been nothing more than wishful thinking, since such a thing had never been specifically stated. And yet, though she only read it once, this outsider had already reached that conclusion. How had she come to it? No, that's not the problem. If you solve the epitaph, then you become the next head. She wasn't making it sound like wishful thinking, but an outright fact. So they closed in around Erica, asking why she was sure.
大富豪が謎を解いた者に富を譲るというのは割とよくあるシチュエーションです。そしてご当主の金蔵さんはその碑文を新聞に載せたのではなく。
They do that? Why can't I find these fucking rich people? I'd love to fucking inherit some gold. The fuck's this shit? What? Let me know what it is. Fuck me.
お屋敷の中に掲示しました。つまりこのお屋敷の人間を対象にした謎だということです。
そうだよな。この屋敷の中である以上、この屋敷に出入りできない者には解きようがない。つまりこの屋敷の人間にじいさまは挑戦してきたってわけだ。
グッド。良い思考です。あの碑文が屋敷内にあったという一時からでもその程度のことを読み取ることが可能です。
At first, this Fruto Erica girl had seemed to be the fairly silent type, but apparently that wasn't the case. When she grew excited about being challenged to a game of wits, she became much more talkative than I had imagined.
なるほどな。屋敷の中に碑文があるんは屋敷の人間に読ませるためってのは確かに道理や。
でも家督を譲る相手までも選ぶというのは言い切れるものなの？
この謎を解いて得られる宝がほんのささやかなものでしかないなら私もそこまでは思いません。
そうよね。隠された黄金の価値は200億。それはまさに後宮家の財産そのものだわ。
それを受け継ぐということは後宮家を引き継ぐことと限りなく同じ意味です。
That's a fair line of reasoning.
つまり碑文に込めた黄金の隠し場所という謎は後宮家の実質的な後継者選びに他ならないということです。
The idea that the person who solved the epitaph would be chosen as the next head was something that had been floating around between a few of the relatives for a while now, Ava. However, since that had been never been stated specifically, it had been nothing more than an optimistic wish. Thinking this, they decided to abandon all consideration to this point until it could be made clear. Erica had clearly declared that this uncertain part was in fact true. If one of the relatives had said it, people would have thought it to be merely an optimistic dream. However, when Fruto Erica, a complete outsider, declared this, her words seemed more credible than they otherwise would have. Everyone remained silent for a while, slowly considering what those words implied.
ただ碑文がそこに存在するだけで、フルドエリカはこの程度の推理が可能です。
Oh great, she's a talk in the third person type.
いかがでしょうか、皆様方。
横やりで申し訳ねえけどさ、一応はうちの父さんが次期当主なわけだぜ。隠し黄金を誰が見つける云々はともかくよ。
And that's gonna be fucking awkward.
見つけたら当主ってのはそういうことにはならねえんじゃねえかよ。
Jessica thought the treasure hunting part of the epitaph was really fun. However, she couldn't help but let her expression grow bitter once they started talking about undermining her father's position. Understandably.
私の推理から演繹する限り、金蔵さんは次期当主のクラウスさんに円滑な当主継承を望んでいないと考えられます。
Fuck you too.
どうしてだよ。
莫大な財産を持つ後ろ宮家の当主なら、政治的な意味で様々な影響力を持つことになるでしょう。
And you probably should realize who the family is you're talking about and who you're talking to, whose father you're talking to. So, I mean, you probably shouldn't approach this like a fucking landmine, but you know, fucking just walk into the danger
な
zone.
らば本来、その継承は厳格であり、一切の紛れが入るべきではありません。
At least be somewhat fucking attentive to who you're talking to. I don't know. I guess I pay too much attention to that kind of thing.
そうね。うちの人の好きな戦国武将の話でもよくあるわ。後継ぎ候補が複数いたりすると、大抵お家騒動の火種になる。
そやな。だからトラブルを未然に防ぐためにしっかりと後継者を指名しておくのが大切なんや。時には競合する後継者を粛清することさえあるんやで。
Even the Sengoku commander Hideyoshi admired Toyotomi Hideyoshi, made his son-in-law Hidetsugu commit seppuku. But it was rumored that he might have done this to make Hideyori, who was his real son and born after Hidetsugu, his true heir. In other words, naming a successor was a way to make it generally known that a single unique person would be acknowledged by everyone as a successor, and a way to remove any chance of another person becoming an opposing candidate. That's the main issue why a lot of people fell. A lot of kingdoms fell because they didn't name a successor, or they named a poor one. It's very important to have a clear line of succession.
グッド。まさにその通りです。あのような碑文の存在は、クラウスさんの次期当主の肩書きを危ぶませる意味しかありません。つまり、金蔵さんがクラウスさんに当主を円満に継承させたいと願うなら、あのような危険なものをわざわざ人目にさらす理由がないわけです。
You probably wanted the line of fire under Krause's ass, to be honest, because Krause, takes everything fucking for granted, at least what he was given. So that's probably why, in the first place, it was done.
そうね。チェス盤をひっくり返せば確かにそう言える。当主は継承するけれども200億の黄金は譲らない。解けた誰かに譲るというのはおかしな話だわ。
Kento would give up the title of the head, but he would only give up the 20 billion yen in gold to the person who solved the epitaph. You really couldn't call this passing on the headship in the truest sense.
そういうことです。以上の推理により、金蔵さんがクラウスさんを本当に後継者だと認めていたか怪しむことができるわけです。
This line of reasoning is what fucking Erica can do,
た
right?
だ碑文がそこに存在するだけで、古田エリカは
There
こ
you
の
go.
程度の推理が可能です。
Does that kind of be your fucking favorite catchphrase?
いかがでしょうか、ジェシカさん。
God. It's fucking pretentious as shit. Oh god, I would never want to say this line of reasoning is, good for... What exactly is it? Is possible for... Oh god, I'd fucking kill myself if I said this level of reasoning is possible for me. Ugh. It's so pretentious. Ugh. Don't like it. I still wouldn't bring this up in front of her, but what's tact? Jessica let her emotions lay bare and glared at Erica. Erica, on the other hand, probably smiles and smirks like a bitch. Looked exceedingly calm with an expression that said, well, that's just the truth, right? I see. Looks like table manners aren't the only way this girl is fitting for the Ushiromiya family. It seems she really is like the family, even in ways that it would have been better if she wasn't.
まあまあ落ち着けよジェシカ。エリカもそれくらいにしろって。
まあその後継者云々の話は置いといてもやな。いずれにせよお父さんからのビッグクエスチョンやというのは間違いないやろな。200億やで。マリアちゃん、もし見つけたら何に使う？
I don't care about that. The Golden Lane's more important.
黄金鏡は黄金だけじゃない。
There you go.
もっと神聖な場所なの。
Thank you, Maria. Hideyoshi kept trying to force himself to cackle and thereby force the move to improve. Everyone else tried to go along with that, but Jessica's move didn't get any better. I'd be a little pissed too. Let's be real here. Who the fuck do you think you are, you fucking bitch? You know, it's that kind of thing. You just fucking show up and you're talking all this shit. Get the hell out of here.
エリカちゃんも碑文の謎に挑戦してみたくなったのかい？
Yeah, sure. Let's see, can she rival me? Probably. She seems a little too smart.
はい。灰色の脳細胞がうずきまくりです。ですので、謎解きを早速始めたいと思います。
George skillfully turned the conversation around. Just like the time that she had made everyone laugh in the dining hall, Erica looked about with gleeful eyes and jumped at the chance.
気に入ったわ。せっかくエリカちゃんが面白がってくれてるんだし、また去年みたいにみんなで謎解きをしてみましょうよ。
Yeah, why not?
私コーヒー入れるわ。欲しい人は手を挙げて。
Can I just get some water? I'll help you with the coffee, though.
マリアはダメよ。
God damn it, Maria.
眠れなくなっちゃうでしょ。
Too bad, Maria.
マリアもブラック飲む。
Definitely not before you go to sleep.
ワクワクしません？こういう謎、私は大好きです。
I prefer other things. To be honest, I like challenges and I like being told I can't do something. I appreciate that, but and to say I love them is it's a bit strong. I love a lot of other stuff. Can't say some words are that interesting to me. Erica said that and smiled, even though she must have known what she did, that she ticked off Jessica and made the atmosphere sour. She just smiled nonchalantly. Oh, she's fucking tone deaf. It doesn't give a fuck about the mood. Great, I'll get along with her wonderfully. So natural.
別に10月5日の事件を待たなくても解ける謎はあるってわけ。
そりゃ俺も何度か挑んださ。
Battler, to be fair, I don't think you really try that much.
だが
でもさっぱりわからなかったから投げ出して考えるのをやめた。
I mean, have you even fucking opened up a book to even look somewhere? Come on, Battler. You can't just assume you'll think of the answer without opening anything. You need something. It's impossible to solve anything without opening something or thinking harder. You gotta look into it.
でしょ。
It pissed me off, but I didn't have a good counter for that. After all, I didn't get the epitaph at all. I don't even know what the beloved hometown means, much less the parts about the Sweetfish River and the key. Thinking that a few more hints would show up if I waited, I kept on waiting and just stopped thinking. I did wait, and I will say I only waited to be confirmed of one thing. And I already had my idea, so I will say I did wait a little bit, but I didn't wait that long. I could have had one at the end of episode 3, but I waited just in case. Something came up and it, canceled it out. I wouldn't want to have to put out like a correction to it. When I make a declarative statement, that's what I want it to stay as. I don't want it to change.
あなたなりの答えは準備できてる？
Yes.
私が今から解いちゃうから。
I doubt it.
何？
Actually, no, I don't.
ペルンはね、ここで碑文の謎を解いちゃったのよ。さすが奇跡の魔女ね。 解ける謎であるならば難易度に関係なく必ず解ける。
I mean, yeah, that's how you do it. I mean, if something is solvable, I won't say that I can always solve it, but without fail, that's just patently false. But I won't give up. I'm definitely fucking bullheaded in that regard. I won't give up. No matter how hard something is, I'm not going to just sit there and fucking take it in the ass. I'm going to face it head on, and I'm not gonna back down. No matter how hard something is, no matter how many times someone tells me I can't do it, I'm gonna face it head on and fucking solve it. That's where me and Battler differ. Battler stops and gives up. I'm not gonna give up. No matter how hard something is, you keep going. Because nothing's gonna get solved if you stop thinking. It's just, it ends there. If you stop thinking, it ends. That's just the end all be all. If you stop questioning things, you don't learn anything. Without learning anything, you can't solve anything. That's how mysteries are.
今度は解くのに何年かけたの？
A couple days.
知って
Just kidding.
ね。
A couple months.
かけらをほんの数百個ほど漁っただけじゃない。
And I don't even have her ability to go through fragments.
やっぱり恐ろしいわ。あんたは。
それは赤で答えをいきなり語るとか、そういうインチキじゃねえんだろうな。
I wouldn't mind that because I'd love to get this confirmed.
安心なさい。あなたと同じプレイヤーとしてのルールにのっとってよ。
So what's your solution? Just tell me it's in Taiwan. If she says it's in Taiwan or Taipei, or that it's a railroad, then I know I'll be right.
じゃあ始めようかしら。ここじゃ狭いわ。海の上で話しましょう。
Over the sea? What? No, thank you. I don't like the sea. No, fuck. The fuck you mean?
酔わないでね、パトラ。
Huh?
海って何の話？
Right after that, I thought the world had turned pitch black. I was struck by a sudden, strange, floating sensation. It must have felt like suddenly having the floor drop from under you, sending you into a bottomless pit. Oh, this place looks fucking familiar. Oh, it's like really fucking familiar because this is the same area in Higurashi at the end. When they were talking about, where you had to fucking put all the fragments together. Oh, I hope I don't have to do something like that. Ugh, that took way too fucking long. There was just a lot of fragments I had to shift through. Or sift through, I should say. So, I'm definitely familiar with this kind of area. It's hell. When I looked, I saw that the two witches and I had been thrown into a pitch black universe. In the space, every direction was covered in an endless darkness, and it felt like an endless expansion filled with countless glittering objects. Ah, the sea, let me guess, sea of fragments. Some people might have likened it to the depths of an ocean where countless glittering fragments drifted.
酔うなと言ったのに。重力の概
Too
念
late.
が欲しいなら自分で生み出しなさい。
Okay.
ほら、落ち着いて私たちを見て。ほら、私たちは平気そうにしてるでしょ。足元に大地があって重力に支配されていると信じなさい。そうすれば安定できるから。
Yes, the two witches are standing normally as though their feet are planted on a transparent piece of glass. I'm the only one floating about like someone in a rapidly plummeting elevator. When I saw that they were just fine, I started calming down and figured that there would be no need to be scared. Then, just as Lambda Delta said, I gritted my teeth and kept telling myself that there was a place to stand here, and that I had to calm down.
おおお。
お上手お上手。あんたの名前は？
後宮バトラー。他の誰に見えるよ。
The fuck does that mean?
オッケー。自分の意志、感情、姿や形を決して喪失してはダメよ。ここは海なんだからね。
You get fucking lost in a bunch of
意
fragments.
味を喪失すれば永遠の深淵に落ちて海の藻図よ。
I could definitely find some happiness in a couple of these fragments, I guarantee
気を
that.
つけなさい。
I wouldn't mind getting lost in a couple of them. I don't get what Lambda Delta is saying, but I should calm down for the time being. It seems that I gain my equilibrium more. I gain my equilibrium more the more I calm down. Gradually, that weird floating feeling like I was falling forever began to disappear. It still felt strange, like trying to stand up straight at the bottom of a deep pool, but it was much better than before. Awesome. Burn opened both of her hands, and then like a planetarium, all of the fragments throughout the space began to spin, leaving trails behind them. The expression planetarium might have been even more fitting. Multiple fragments were tied together by golden lines, and what looked like constellations zoomed by us rapidly, one after another. It felt almost as though we were dashing through space at an incredible speed. Then, with the trails of life drifting behind them, several brightly glowing fragments swirled around Burn. It almost looked like she had created her own solar system with her as the sun. That solar system surrounding Burn grew to a radius large enough to swallow us up. And every once in a while, one of the satellite fragments zoomed right past me. Oh, hey, Cannon. Oh, hey, I remember that one. Oh, yes. Stop there. This is my stop, Burn. I need to stop now. Grab that one. Fucking, that was from episodes 1, 2, and 3. Or 4. Wasn't one from 3, though. When those fragments passed right by me, it felt as though some kind of memory welled up inside me, so I sensed it. These fragments are probably like a crystallization of memories. Yeah, they're like fucking almost like parallel worlds. They're different, circumstances in those worlds in a way. If I remember correctly what they were theoretically asked, I ration them to be like different kind of parallel worlds or different worlds where different decisions were made or different outcomes happened or different situations, that kind of thing. Which is why there's so fucking many. One of the satellites in the solar system was slowly sucked into an inward trajectory with Burn at the center. After drawing a spiral and approaching it, it settled down on the palm of Burn's outstretched hand. Then it glittered brightly, painting over the world with pure white. Oh, hey, Ava. Yep.
エヴァおばさんが碑文の謎を解く直前にしていた自分の中の魔女とやらとの考察だ。
そうよ。そしてこの考察から彼女は正解を紡ぎ出した。つまり正解へ至る重要なヒントを示すかけらということ。つまりこの推理は間違っていないということなのよ。
つまり懐かしき故郷とやらば何かの比喩でも何でもなく
I didn't think it was.
そのままじい様が少年時代を過ごした故郷と読み取っている
A place he spent his youth that he enjoyed, that is.
そういうこと。そして少なくともそれは小田原ではないわ。
Good thing I didn't use that area.
確かに小田原だけど、それについては多分兄弟たちは全員同じ場所で認識してるわね。
Oh, if they said it, if she just said it, and I knew for a fact if I was right or wrong.
そうね。多分小田原じゃないわね。聞いた話ではとても楽しい少年時代だったそうよ。
そうだな。エヴァおばさんたち兄弟は小田原であることを否定していた。いや、それどころかみんなはじい様の故郷がどこか察しているようだった。
I wish I fucking knew where it was, but of course the game's a fucking bitch. It won't tell me.
そう。そして意地悪なことに それがどこなのかはどのかけらでも語っていない。
Fucking course it's not.